Yet another night unattended. Tonight, I spent my time on a much more in-depth search of Zareth and the fortress, taking anything that seemed like it may come in handy. Again, who knows the next I'll have such a clear chance like this. While I was at it, I struck next in Blackthorn, sinking my claws into anything foolishly left out, including a hefty sum of Eternium thanks to a certain Amaterasu and Skylar. Last, I swept the Overworld Castle. During my sweep, I managed to find a certain contract belonging to Ali, in which it details that Ali is essentially bound to the High Vessel. I figure if the High Vessel is staking claim on Wolfkin similar to her predecessors, the public may wish to know. Even if it can be simply explained, it still makes a crack at minimum in her reputation. I dispersed this book at the main castles, and returned home for the night.
Atticus?
Yes?
Are you tearing up my floor?
I needed to make this chest, I believe. Yes, it was to make this chest. It wasn't a bother to me until now I'm stumbling over it.
Here.
I did also borrow this from one of your supplies.
You know, you shouldn't be drinking while you're injured.
It's helping.
I don't know. Ah.
Do you need something?
I see you've been busy.
Trying. It's just a lot disconnected. I'm trying to get profiles first and foremost, before I connect to any incidents. I was going to ask if you would make a write-up on me. I'd like these to be unbiased, yes.
Alright. Don't know many things that have been connected to you.
It doesn't need to be necessarily connected, but general suspicion, I suppose.
Ah, I see.
For example, I suppose, openings. For example, there's balefires. The smell in general, while that may not be connected to anything, it is certainly suspicious. Strange.
He said he has a condition that causes it.
Interesting. Or where is it? Arlo's. Right. Arlo's, for example. Well, it lists that he is one of perhaps 4 that could have planted the items on you. Which is a little more concrete as for situational. I've also theorized that perhaps as a reason, maybe he's not a goblin, but more so he's a high-ranking shriekling. It could be that he's wishing to maintain a status quo.
That is true.
So anything, I believe, would go for one of these write-ups is the intention. find anything. Whether it's a goblin, or whether it's someone with poor intentions.
What are the other ones you have written?
There's Ali, in which I read that he is glued to the high vessel a lot of the times, it seems, which could go just about either way.
Hmm.
Perhaps he has poor intentions. Perhaps he's simply clingy, I suppose would be the word. However, since
He's
he's constantly at her side, when would he have time to slip away and do anything?
Hmm.
He's also one of the 4 that could have planted an item on you.
It's true. As for his closest with the high vessel, apparently his night contract is not to the realm, but to her.
I don't think I actually had a copy of my own night contract to read.
Ah,
I
well,
think they gave it to me
typically
and said some things out loud and told me to sign.
they didn't provide you with one in Wolfkin?
No. I believe they mentioned they wanted to eventually, but they never quite got around to it.
You don't sign something that you cannot yourself read.
Well, when you're surrounded by royalty, it's a bit hard to say, let's put a pause on it.
Ridiculous.
So, I don't know if I actually have a copy of that myself either. I'd have to go back around to the stronghold.
Well, as soon as you get a copy, I will read it and make sure that nothing was signed away that shouldn't have been.
Of course. The High Vessel, of course, was one of my first to write up on, even though I suppose if she had poor intentions, or at worst was a goblin, we'd all be screwed nonetheless.
Hmm.
But as for, I suppose, something in her favor, if she did have poor intentions, or, as I said, was a goblin, I suppose she would have acted already. With
Indeed.
the power and influence that she has. And otherwise, she, as it says, has taken a very lax and hands-off approach to conflict. And I'd imagine if you were trying to abuse your power and influence as a high vessel, then you'd meddle in virtually anything you could, but instead she seems to never want to touch anything that actually concerns. But
Hmm.
there is Callie. I did not have much I could write regarding her. I don't particularly know her. The only thing that I know is that I didn't know who she was until she was suddenly heir, so perhaps that could be of suspicion, but that may also be a result of me not being around enough.
Well, could also be one of the only options. After all, the High Vessel's plans are for the throne to, I suppose, trade off between the origins. So,
Right.
Wolfkin, very limited options.
Perhaps. What is it about his night contract? Ali, what did you say?
Instead of being sworn to protect the realm, Nolov, that he is sworn directly to her.
And that's not the usual, no?
No. Typically, a knight is sworn to protect the entire realm, as well as the High Vessel, but he is only her knight.
Why? Who told you this?
Ollie himself. I don't know why, but I don't know. I'm sure he has his reasons. After all, he seems particularly attached to the high vessel, so that could be why.
Indeed. It'd just be strange to... So, perhaps I'll have to ask him about it.
I will say recently something came up that might put you under suspicion.
How so?
Well, you know the trap that was in the cooking club?
Yes.
Well, the lingering potions that were found apparently can be found in strongholds. And as you
Wonderful.
live in one, that might put you under scrutiny.
I see. I could perhaps... I don't remember seeing any as I went through. Is there somewhere in specific they're supposed to be?
Roxara said it is a trap found at the bottom of a stronghold. Don't know if they're in all of them, but I know they are found there.
No, I don't remember seeing any ever.
I see.
No, I don't... No. I have a small room tucked away that I store some potions that I've accrued in. Stuff like the fire resistance, or...
Mm-hmm.
I believe I have some healing potions, water breathing, but nothing that would be harmful.
I see. Just thought I'd let you know. Prepare yourself for any questions.
No, that's good. I will note that down. I was in the midst of writing up Ophelia's. I just kept stumbling over the hole.
That reminds me. I have some medicine that she had sent me. I will be back.
Very well.
I will have to apply this to the burns, and then once it dries, I will have to apply the dandelion paste with bandages.
Sure. Where do you want me?
I suppose sat on the couch would be easiest.
Right.
Well, perhaps not as a wolf.
No, I found the beer certainly helps dull the pains. As well as at least calms my mind a bit.
That is good, at least. I suppose burn shouldn't be too bad to be drinking with. If you were bleeding, on the other hand, that would be... I would have to ban you from drinking.
If you have any more, it would be more than welcome. I didn't wish to poke around all too much.
I do have some that doesn't affect me very much, so I'll give it to you.
Much appreciated.
Just try not to overindulge. It dulls the pain, but becoming over-reliant can be harmful.
Right.
Alright. While that dries, I will go see what I have in stock.
Thank you.
I have a stack of hops beer.
Much
Try
appreciated.
to pace yourself, please.
I'll do
Alright.
my best.
It's almost dried.
have you been?
Still doing my daily searches. Not much I can do since searching underground is difficult, but on the off chance she's on the surface somewhere, I can at least do that.
And nothing new has come up?
No. Besides some new information about the incident at Vincent's, nothing else, I believe.
What was the information?
I found out what was written on the sign. It just said final warning. Which,
Was there warnings beforehand?
my guess, is the previous money ferry attacks. With the traps. Could be that these were all warnings towards him. So there was also a few blocks, same money ferry incident, or the cross found at the Castle Waystone. Apparently, there's an ongoing investigation around it, but I don't know if it was trapped or any of that, as I have not inquired.
And you said this was at the Castle Waystone?
Mm-hmm. If there was anything around it, it was removed. So there was already a sign saying there was an investigation. So it has been noticed, but I don't know any specifics other than the fact that the Emerald Cross is there.
I almost wonder if it could be a peace offering if it was left with... If they left it up, I would assume it wasn't trapped. If it was directly at the Waystone, they wouldn't have left a threat.
Maybe.
Could be that.
Maybe based on.
Right. If the rest of the attacks were simply, as you said, warnings to Vincent, could then an untrapped one directly inside at the castle be a peace offering, given that one of the attacks was on overworld soil?
It could be. I will ask about it, but if you're asking, might bring undue suspicion upon me. Since I am not really a knight or under any authority to investigate these things. Alright.
As far as I
Hopefully-
know, they have not requested my insider investigation on it, but I feel as a, at minimum, citizen of the realm, they aren't going to get to the bottom of it. I might as well try.
Well, you tend to sleep for a long amount of time. Not really around.
Can you blame me?
No, I don't. I'm just saying. So Ophelia ended up leaving me some medicine for your burns, since not early enough in the day to see her. But it is good that you are resting and taking time to recover.
Suppose I also just... I don't, for once, know what to do. I've always tried to keep myself simply another step ahead. But with Helia, I've evidently failed at that. And I'm not sure. My goal for a long while was to have somewhere something to actually hold solid. Living in hideouts and burrows meant nothing was permanent, and now I had a certain permanence. The stronghold is a permanent home once I'm back to it. Helia was a permanent ground. I didn't need much more, and I was content with breathing for a moment, and then now I've evidently paid the price for it. I don't know what to do. There's no more permanence to seek out. There's nothing.
Well, when I feel like that, I just keep myself busy. Usually it's with building, though I don't know if I build much.
Not usually.
Doing
Why do you
something
think
to
I renovated
occupy.
the stronghold, after all? I wouldn't be able to build such a thing myself, I don't think.
Well, sometimes you just try, but doing something that keeps your mind busy can often help think.
This qualifies, I'd say.
Perhaps. Finding a purpose, finding something to do, that's it's not something anyone else can really tell you. At least if you want it to be meaningful.
I see.
I apologize, I cannot be much up there.
No, it's fine. It's just... I've already been resting much more than ever, just, I suppose, as my body covers. And otherwise, when I am awake with energy, there's not all too much better to do than just go back to sleep, close my eyes, and wait. Other than, I suppose, the writing, but even that is dreadful, frankly.
Well, if you
Daunting
ever want to
trying to
try,
consider everybody. It feels like it's something my father would do if he was around. But being able to, what would the word be? To exonerate anybody under any guise. I wish I could trust the High Vessel. I wish I could trust... It's... Suppose you, I don't Guess I don't have anyone much else that I would want to trust.
It is difficult having to consider all that I've come to know as possible suspects, possible goblins. I at least trust you. And I think as long as you can trust one person, that's all you really need.
But to pin all of that on just one person, you don't see it as risky? If something happens to that person, and you don't have anybody, or if that person comes around to not be what they made out to be, or to have different intentions for you, or to find that the person that you've placed your trust in to extend evidently just not the same, not feel the same.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I trust is always a risk. There's never going to be any doors. Because you can never really truly know a person. I suppose that's why it's trust. You just trust that you know them. And I trust that what you have shown me has been you. So I have no hesitations in that front. And if you trust me, that's up to you. For me, it does not have to be returned. I am used to not being trusted.
I can at least promise to you that I am trying.
I understand. Trust is not an easy thing to give.
No. Indeed, it isn't.
Especially now. I keep thinking back sometimes to that conversation we had. when I was in prison. How much easier the world was when we weren't a part of, I suppose, society. Weren't invested in people, talking to others. It's gotten much more complicated since that conversation.
I suppose the world was also much easier in a cell.
It was. Well, perhaps it's best I got out. Would have been easy prey for a goblin deciding to break in. I miss when times were simple. When I didn't have to think or feel. I just had to live and follow orders.
Perhaps we led two very different lives, but I've been thinking about that as well. About times with my father. For a moment, I had the same thought of wishing that I could be back in those times, but I came to a realization that it's all relative. I believe the same duress that I'm under now feels about the same as perhaps a poor hunt, not having dinner the night, or I suppose it felt the same to let down my father by not bringing home a hunt. As it does now, it's when simplicity is all you know, then even the slightest stressor would feel like end times. But now that obviously we've seen the horrors of the world, we know that something as much as missing dinner or letting somebody down is near commonplace.
Mm. I don't know. I suppose I just miss the numbness sometimes. After all, growing up, I had already seen the horrors of the world. This is all nothing compared to then, but now I can feel more than I could then. But no, in the end, I don't miss it. I did terrible things.
As I said, perhaps we led two different lives.
I would hope so. I would not wish my my upbringing on my worst enemy.
Perhaps insensitive, but you don't deem any of it as necessary?
don't think any of what my mother put a child through was necessary. No.
My
Overall, I
father was
don't.
not a kind or reasonable man either, but I believe the methods in which I was raised and the surroundings that I was placed into, as much as I disliked it at the time, and now wish that I could go back to a simpler life and with the rest of the Wolfkin and my mother. I look back on it now almost fondly. It made me the man I am today. No?
It is fair. After all, I would not be able to withstand as much pain as I can now without my training. But I was forced to kill a lot of people, and I don't even know the reasons why. If they were innocent, if they weren't. If their crime was simply irritating the wrong person. I suppose it's a matter of different upbringings.
Indeed. But the moon is beautiful because it is temporary, no? It comes and it goes, and when you have a chance to look at it, it changes per night. It's fascinating. Solely because it will go. Albeit horrible to not think that perhaps the things you had to do gave you unique perspective and perhaps influences your decisions still. It gives you the insight that no one else may have. I don't envy it by any means. I understand, but these events, they change us. No?
They do. For someone who grew up so isolated, you are very wise. Matter of perspective.
I suppose.
Perhaps you should get some rest.
I have more writing to do.
I see.
If you would... There was it? Naomi and Lucette. I don't have much, if any, information on them. Just any suspicions, ideas, anything that would clear them. As well as the...
Right.
Right up before
What?
me, just to try and keep things straight and objective as possible.
I don't know Lady Naomi that well. We've only had a few conversations.
More than me.
Lucette, I don't know if I will be
Oh,
able to be
and
unbiased, but I will try.
Charity as well.
Alright.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, Paige asked me a simple question. Was I alright to have a visitor? Supposedly, Nixie would be someone that had went through similar, and could perhaps provide solace. Little did I know how similar we were.
Have we met?
Once or twice, but not properly.
I figured it was pointless to continue missiving.
That's fair. You can come sit down. Don't have to stand all the way over there. I'm going to get more chairs.
I do at minimum remember the split hair. I don't remember much else about you.
It's typically what people remember about me anyway. And I don't think we've interacted enough for you to know much about me.
I see. Given the blindfold, I assume you're Endirian?
A voidling, yeah. Although I don't need the blindfold.
I assumed on all of them it was a stylistic choice, nonetheless.
Not quite.
Yet you
Voidlings
say you don't need the blindfold.
Voidlings can't look at the sun. It hurts our eyes and all. I'm blind completely, so.
Ah.
More chairs. So you don't have to sit right next to each other.
Just in the hall?
Well,
Did you need to
Alright.
make a new set of chairs? Don't you have a sitting area?
I do. Are you fine with walking upstairs?
Well, given the other night I did so and then proceeded to engage you in combat, I would assume as much.
That's true.
You said you're completely blind. How did you just...
Lose my sight?
No, navigate upstairs, through a doorway, and onto a chair.
I have a lot of magic. It helps me see.
So you're not blind.
I'm physically blind, but I can see in a different kind of way.
Interesting.
I just assumed you use magic
It's that, yeah.
Oh.
Do you drink?
Yeah, but I'm a bit of a lightweight.
Alright, I'll go get alcohol.
Is there a reason you came to visit?
Paige thought I could help.
As she mentioned.
I don't know exactly what you were going through. But I know to some degree.
What did she run you through? The details?
I remember watching you run around the Nether when you found out that she was missing.
Aren't you in Darien?
I have a lot of Netherian friends.
Hmm.
I don't know how much you know because it wasn't super public knowledge. But I was in a similar situation of my boyfriend went missing. Please, alcohol. Thanks.
And I have more if you need.
Thank you.
Pardon.
I don't think we'll have enough.
Ah. You were saying?
Right, my boyfriend also went missing for a time. And it really freaked me out. Because even when he went to go do his own thing, he always told me where he was. So I know the panic that you're feeling. And all.
And how did that turn up?
He was dead, so not great for me.
How long did it take?
I don't remember. Maybe 5 days since after I talked with him. And obviously, you know, being High Priestess and all, I'm sure they would have found her if that was the case.
Well, we can always hope she is still alive.
Well, if it only took 5 days for you, I believe the number Paige cited was 9 days that I was searching for her in the Nether. I've not exactly kept track since. If I had to estimate, maybe 1 or 2 weeks since. least you at the confirmation.
Until she is found, I'm not giving up hope that she is still alive.
She's strong. She wouldn't just go down like that.
You didn't think your boyfriend strong?
He was, but he was also reckless.
Ellie is a very careful person.
What happened after?
After what?
Your boyfriend's passing.
I mean, slightly different circumstances for me.
Nonetheless, you are here, aren't you? What did you do?
He left notes for everyone, basically telling us to move on. And I tried to for him. It's not easy. It's never easy. And I am not the same person I was before. I will never be that person again. But I also know that I would be yelled at beyond belief if I gave up. Because you can't just lose everyone that you love, and yeah.
I suppose it was at least easier for you, given first a body, secondly, as you mentioned, you have Nitharian friends. At least people to fall back on.
I never saw his body. I was just told about it.
It's better than nothing.
And I had lost my sister 3 months before that. And when your boyfriend is the heir to the End Kingdom, you don't really want to spend as much time when he's gone.
How's your bond with your sister?
Sister? We were close. I mean, we were all we had left in the world.
I suppose not too dissimilar. My bond with my father.
I'm sure it's different being Wolfkin and all. But my sister was also there for me. For some of the most dramatic things of my life.
My father and I departed from our pack when I was quite young. It's only assumed that my mother passed shortly after. As you said, it was when family is all that you have left, it's impossible not to grow close
Yeah.
or form some form of bond. Why? Balefire wishes to talk to me at the castle.
Would you like for someone to go with you?
If both of you would
You
like
would-
to come along.
Oh, good diving.
Good evening.
Ah,
Hello.
the whole crew. Hello. Atticus, I need to discuss with you in the castle, privately.
I would like for someone to be with him. He's currently injured.
It's a matter of court business, unfortunately.
I'm sure you can be in a private meeting.
Very well.
He will survive.
Okay. Hello.
Do you know where my office is?
No. I was never exactly given a tour.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What is this regarding?
I will tell you when we're in my office.
Very well.
If it's all right with you, I'm actually going to bring Ollie as well
Sure.
to make sure it's everything is. If there's a witness to the conversation, you know.
Of course. I don't know if I've ever actually been up here.
Hmm.
This one?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Please take a seat. I will make the thingy majig, as it were. 1, 2, 3 is the password.
where
All
did
of this on his
these,
way.
these paintings of yours?
Oh, there's things I bought.
Huh.
I'm a talented artist, at least. How have you been?
Recovering as best I can.
How did you get injured?
Are you aware of the situation with Helia?
I'm not too sure.
She went missing some few weeks ago. And
Let's see.
with a personal responsibility to protect her, I was trying to search the Nether for her. However, not having all too much experience in the wilderness of the Nether, it was easy to get careless. I've
Understandable.
been spending the last week, maybe 2, in bed rest in the Willowbeak Manor.
The Willowbeak Manor.
Paige has been tending to my wounds and burns as best she can.
I see. Let's.
And what of yourself?
I've been down in the deeper dark, making things work.
Hmm.
Just checking to make sure I have all my correct documents. You were the guard in charge of guarding Jura, is that correct? While she was in prison aid?
Indeed, I have the dungeon key. I took care of both of the prisoners that came in during my tenure.
Gotcha.
I don't believe any others have come in, but...
Not that I know of.
Well, I'd hope both of us are aware, but...
Yeah.
word seems not to get around sometimes.
Sometimes. When it comes to Jura, what was your routine for her?
I was checking nightly. However, a lot of the time she was unwilling to speak or asleep.
Mm-hmm. Um, what was the meal situation?
Meal situation, I believe she had food brought in with her. I at one point
Gotcha.
offered her food of my own. I wasn't exactly raised sociable, but I've picked up that people tend to enjoy food.
Pretty correct. How would you say you dealt with Jura
How do you
from
mean?
your own perspective? Like, do you think you did good when it came to being her guard and um your routine with her and making sure that even though she's a prisoner that she was taken care of?
I would hope so. It was difficult given that she wasn't exactly very communicative, and when she was not very receptive regardless.
And you had said you offered her food?
Yes.
Gotcha.
If we're
Um
speaking
okay.
candidly, my... Perhaps I should not have drank before this. My time with Paige, when we had her in one of our cells, I was able to form a bond or a friendship with her.
Mm-hmm.
And given my distaste towards Endirians in general, and knowing that Jura seemingly did not have a solid impression of me, given the narrative that she had tried to paint, I'm almost ashamed to admit, but I was... I thought that I could perhaps do the same with Jura that I had with Paige, and form a bond, or at least understand why she had done what she had done. I'd also, again, to bring up Helia.
Mm-hmm.
She had been a positive influence, I'm sure. You've run into the type that drives you to better yourself. I wanted to start with Jura, but it was... I suppose not well received. As I said, she was not very receptive to any of my conversations I attempted to have with her.
Mm-hmm. All right. For the main bit, that's what I want to talk to you about. I just wanted to see what your perspective was on all that.
Of course.
I do need to talk to Paige about something.
Of course. Would you wish for me to leave this room, or...
Yes. I need to go grab her if she's held away so I can escort you down.
Very well.
My apologies for the injury as well.
No, it's quite alright. I'm on the better end of it now.
Good to hear.
It also helps to drink.
Well, it might help with the pain, but not entirely sure that helps with the recovery.
Hello.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
If I may ask,
Line
is there
upside
a
down.
reason for any of this questioning? Did something come up?
Potentially. I'm doing an investigation on the High Vessel's behalf.
I see. Well, should you have any more questions that need to come up, I am more than willing to answer.
Of course. I appreciate your cooperation. Hopefully Paige is still down.
She was when I came through.
How long were you bed rest for? Did you say?
I'm not sure. I haven't exactly kept track of the days. I haven't exactly been getting out of bed much.
Did you do it?
But
Partly. It also helps me
Paige may have a
deal with
better
a lot
idea.
that I've been going
I
through.
came back from my search for Helia in the Nether, and
It seems that Atticus is dead.
after that, Paige
Yeah,
took
probably
me in, and I
finishes our conversation, though.
haven't
Probably.
left.
We shall continue to talk to them until they
Understood.
respond back to us, considering...
Actually, no.
The High Vessel hasn't called upon me for any nightly duties, and I don't have all too much else to attend to.
If there's something funny, perhaps they will notice.
Understandable. No worries.
Oli has
Well,
very
you're all
fuzzy
good.
ears.
Of course.
Well, that's just accurate, not funny.
I know.
Paige,
Yes?
can I borrow you for a couple minutes?
Ah, sure.
You're not in any trouble. I just have a few questions.
Alright.
My ears are fine over the edge.
I didn't say the bad thing. I said they are fuzzy.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay? Yes, of course. Hello.
Good evening.
Indeed. Well, actually, no. It's not really a good evening, but
Is any?
it's been an evening. Oh, the rain stopped. It's been sort of on and off since I've been around the overworld today.
Huh.
Um,
I believe there's a visitor waiting back where I was pulled away from for a brief chat. I'll have to see you around.
okay. Goodbye, Atticus.
I assumed that Nixie was back here, but she was not.
No, she told me to let her know when you were back.
Is everything okay?
No, I was also questioned.
That's what I was referring to mainly, yes.
Suppose they were just double checking what you said. If you said anything.
They asked about Jira and her time in the overworld castle. Imprisoned, that is.
Ah. Hmm. They were asking me on your whereabouts since coming back from the Nether. They told me not to say anything about what they asked me about, but well,
They have their timeline off if they...
what seems
Jira
something
was-
happened today.
Something happened today.
Olivier told me that Arlo and Lady Naomi's rooms were bombed. It's best we
Perhaps-
keep this under wraps. But
Once Nixie's gone for the night, we need to spar. I'm back on my feet, but I need to be ready if that's how things are developing.
all right. She said she will be here shortly.
I see. I don't understand the line of questioning, though. To jump from... I'm not sure why Jura's time in prison was relevant in the first place. I don't think I left any poor intention, unless she's...
Well, I had brought up some concerns as when I missived to try and visit her, and you said she was not fit for visitors. I had missived her myself to make sure she was okay, and she said she was fine. And I knew you had a distaste for Endarians, so I feared there was some, personal grudge there.
I suppose to recount for the second time tonight, you and I were able to form a, I believe, friendship during your time in the overworld jail.
Mm-hmm.
And given at the time I just started talking with Eleanor, things had grown closer there. I suppose her optimism rubbed off on me. And I believe you had also brought up to me the point of my inherent bias against the Endarians. I was hoping with Jera's imprisonment to try and repeat the same that I had with you.
I see.
But most of the times that I visited, she was asleep or unresponsive. And the times that she did actually speak to me, she was not very receptive.
Mm.
The night I believe that you had requested to visit, I had spoke briefly with her. She ignored me until I mentioned that Helia wanted to visit. Helia visited and she seemed in good spirits, so I went down afterwards and tried to offer myself and Helia were on a date beforehand, and I had made food for her. I had leftovers that I tried to pass along to Jera. And upon the offering, she lashed out. Looking back in retrospect, I imagine perhaps it was seen as an act of kindness that, from how she had treated me in the past, didn't understand where it came from. I perhaps could almost imagine reacting the same. But perhaps I let it sway my judgment too harshly. But just given her unpredictable reaction, I knew that you two had a bond or friendship in some which way. I didn't want you to see her like that.
I see.
I apologize if that put any strain.
No. Honestly, it's just worrying for both of you after all. Since I feared that any bias you had, if you took it out on Jura, would come looking bad on you, which is...
No, I was trying to get past it. I selfishly wanted to understand why she behaves the way that she does. From the story that she put upon me to then why she was arrested. There was a behavior pattern that I couldn't logic out, and I wished to try and understand. Again, in retrospect, I almost think now that perhaps I should have just played my role as a guard. Perhaps my trying to treat her with kindness was not well received, and perhaps put her further at odds with me.
Perhaps. Well, besides that, the questioning from today, I told them that you have been under my watch the entire time you were back from the Nether. That you have been mostly in bed. Besides a few visitors.
Hey,
Welcome
You'll-
back.
everything okay?
Everything's fine. At least for me.
Do they suspect me of whatever happenings today?
I don't know.
And you've made your concerns clear with... I don't understand why I would be suspected of anything, given I'm spending my days in bed, injured, and without access to most anything that I own, besides what I have on me, but... Of course.
Hope we're not pulling you away from anything important.
No, I was done with my conversation anyway.
I see.
Do you have somewhere better we can perhaps go? If it's not an ask, or too large an ask, Paige, I would respectfully like some new sights.
Well, could always go to Witherspoon's.
Well, I was prompting if Nixie perhaps had somewhere.
Oh,
If that's
I
not
mean-
putting anything too large onto you as well.
if you'd like to come to the end, you're welcome to.
Sure.
We can head there. My house is open to everyone, so.
Should go by Blackthorn then first. Log and I can pay for your toll.
Nothing much else that my emeralds are doing.
Ah,
As I said, there's nothing much else that my emeralds are contributing to.
well, alright.
Where to?
Do you all have access to Nocturna, the waystone there?
I have no idea.
I don't know if it's a public waystone.
I believe I've been here twice. Once for
Eh.
a tour with...
The castle?
Yeah.
It is no longer public, but I have it.
Is the agricultural one public? I don't think that one's public either.
No. I think they
That's
might have
alright.
reset it. I used to have it.
That's alright. Can you pick me up, Atticus? Is that fine?
I may fall on you, but sure.
Go to the castle. I don't live in the castle. I live across the way. Just be careful. You both have anvil, yeah?
No.
I do.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Look down, Atticus,
It was
then,
an
please.
issue at the Star Festival,
Ah,
and I
yeah,
believe
would
during my
imagine so.
tour here we caught a few strays.
Yeah.
I
Be
have an
careful of the
extra
bridge.
book I can give you.
Unfortunately, the end is kind of littered with Endermen.
They've been
Huh.
around Wolvenshire quite a bit recently.
That way is Olivier's house.
I
and
was
this
going to
is
say, I
Rowena's.
believe when I had my tour, that's when I first met Olivia. He was building that bridge.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was a much thinner one back then.
Yes, it was definitely a more precarious bridge. This is Zach and Rowena's house, or Rowena's, and I think Zach just lives there as well. And that is my house.
Is it the winery this other way? If I
Yeah,
remember my way
that's
around.
agricultural. So the winery is over there as well as our farm.
Right.
But this is my house. You're welcome to take the waystone.
I've
We
never
can
been here before.
You haven't. I mean, you're welcome to explore, but it's just my bedroom and my sister's upstairs, and then Raina has a place. There's also Thomas, who's an Enderman who crashed my house.
I remember these.
Yeah. Raina decorated most of my house, so all of the pictures.
It's been so long since I've seen Helia looking like that.
I mean, feel free to walk around my house. I don't really care. My basement is my storage room, but this is typically where I just...
A lot of seating.
Yeah, it's been mostly filled out before. It's been a while
Oh.
since that's happened,
A
though.
lot of friends.
At one point. I know it's not. It's a very different environment than the overworld. But
forget how-
perhaps it's...
Dark everything is around here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh. Yeah, Endermen tend to fall from my from my house.
I have no clue.
I should probably...
I was going to comment on that.
Oh, yeah, I found it in my house the other day.
Right. These.
Yeah. I have no clue. Someone had to really walk through my house, so...
Mine was left in my office, so.
Yeah, this is Thomas. He's just an Enderman who decided to live here. And this is his office now. And then Raina has a room here as well, because she spent a lot of time here at one point.
Is there an additional A?
I don't know. Might be a mistake.
Is she not an
I don't-
Etherean?
She is. But she was dating our current heir.
Librarians and dating heirs.
Especially Endirian ones, yeah. They had a type, apparently.
Well, if either Ollie or Kelly come after Kyanite, I'm going to have to give them a talk.
Seems to just be the Endirian ones, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Stark also should not be making eyes at Kyanite.
Don't think he plans to. I think you're okay.
I like
Oh,
what
there's
you've done with
two
this
in there.
space.
Yeah, it's just an empty room.
See, lighting is always not...
Empty no longer.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you. Really adds to the room, I think.
it just makes it feel like this is a drinking alone room. It makes it actually kind of sad.
Well,
It's
actually, the
okay.
mug is empty, so it's not for drinking.
Don't jump over the edge of the bridge, because neither of you have slow fall. You can go into them. It's just my room and my sister's.
I don't believe I would have a reason to enter your rooms.
I never met her.
Yeah, she died the night of the coronation.
That's unfortunate. That was so long ago.
Yeah, she was supposed to be our new Master of Coin, too.
Right, the curse.
I was going to say, I believe
Arkifer.
when I was attempting to go for a Master of Coin position, I was warned of a curse.
Yeah, both my older sister and Reina's older brother were the older sibling of librarians who were also Master of Coin,
I think I could do Master of Coin.
and they both died pretty quickly after the coronation. But yeah, we can sit in the other room if you'd like. I mean, you're also welcome to explore outside, but there's not much out here.
What?
I'm following your lead.
Alright, we can sit. Do you need more alcohol?
I
Yes.
have plenty.
You didn't give me all too much yesterday, so I've nearly burnt through it.
All too much. I gave you an entire stack.
Oh. Is there anything I can do to help? As someone who isn't directly involved in the situation, but understands?
Do you have more alcohol?
I might. I don't have a lot. I have a lot of tea, though.
I don't know if he likes the tea. I did leave tea in the chest next to his room, and well, that did not get drunk.
I haven't not seen it, if that helps any.
That's alright.
That is fair.
There is the winery that is close, but
And I have
Ah.
emeralds that need to be spent.
oh.
Oh.
I suppose
Alright.
that is a perk of where I live. We'll have to just walk there. Where's Paige?
Taking your time.
Apologies, I was missing Olivier.
Good.
I see you wish to join.
No, I think he is retiring soon.
Yeah.
I was just thanking him for waiting for me at the Waystone.
I waited for you in your house, if that means anything.
I understand why you left.
I also thought that Nixie was left back at your manor, so I didn't want to leave her alone.
No, I was speaking with Chris Stark.
Who's that?
The heir of the End Kingdom.
Ah.
This is the agricultural district. I believe it's a public one, but...
I don't have
this
any reason
is
to take it.
Ruinous Winery.
She already drank that much that she's falling on steps.
I haven't drank that much, but I don't take a lot. You can take whatever you want, but just log what you take in the book.
Right. Is there any you recommend?
I like the one that lets you jump really high. That's usually the one that I drink when I'm really drunk. Do I remember what it is though? Not at all.
I'll trust your judgment.
I tend to be kind of silly when I'm drunk though, so take that as you will. Not recommend party starter. This might be the one I'm talking about. Oh, there's also one for night vision if that would help with the
We
darkness
have
here.
night vision.
Yes.
Alright.
We can indeed see in the dark.
I wasn't sure if you guys could. We can as well. Here. It's this one.
The meat
white
is
wine.
gone.
I gave you
This
my
is so
emeralds,
upsetting.
Oh, did you? Oh, you
so I
did.
said I trust your judgment.
Oh, I didn't realize. Read that. I'm not giving you invisibility because that does not seem smart right now.
No, probably best.
I would rather.
I always see these around, but they're empty. They
So
look.
this is...
They have this magic quality or dust floating
Mhm.
around it, but when opening it actually merits nothing.
So these are... Everyone has their own, I suppose, pocket. So if you were to put something in there, and I were to open this, I would not be able to see any of those things. It is only accessible by you.
So you can't
Anything
see
you
the
put in there?
spear.
No. It's personal to everyone. Anything you put in there can no longer be accessed by anyone else.
How much have you drank?
Not enough.
Oh.
Make up your mind. Joke. I suppose you were also in better shape when you got to deal with the boyfriend situation.
Better shape than what?
Dunking yourself in lava unintentionally would certainly... Or there are these creatures in the nether that are a bit volatile and a being
I
in
had my
the
own
vague
fault.
radius of one of those are painful. Especially when they send you rolling down a hill. Given that the hills are usually rocky and steep. And then do that 10, 20, 30 times over, and you are in matching shape to me.
I had my own ways of dealing with it. I also went missing for a while. And I came back very different.
What do you say, Paige? Did I come back different?
You came back fucked up, but you know.
I did as well, so.
I don't know. You just came back injured and not too different though.
Oh, good.
It's a terrible situation for everyone involved.
It's
Mm.
the first I've considered that.
That it's
It's
terrible for
a
everyone.
joke.
Alright.
Back to yours then.
Yeah.
Where's...
Oh.
Oh.
We both lost track of her for a moment.
No, I was watching her. She veered off path. I got confused.
Sorry.
Oh.
We can also warp back to my house if,
Enjoy the sights.
of course, you guys don't spend a lot of time in the end. This is just my life.
I'll enjoy the sights of the overworld as well. Suppose it's just a matter of taking the time to appreciate.
What you can see.
Ah!
It's
I
okay.
always forget.
Ah,
It's alright.
it is nice to be somewhere even colder.
Yeah. The overworld and nether are very hot for me, so.
Also, given Wolvenshire is in a snowier area, it is cold, but not Enderian cold.
Yeah, we're a different level of gold. At least I've been told.
Are you comfortable?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yes, I am.
That's good.
If you just tucked your paws underneath you,
Yes.
It's quite the look.
It's comfortable.
It looks very comfortable.
You should try it sometime.
no.
I only really do it when there's enough room and this is a rather large couch.
The overworld needs to sleep so I can drink more.
I could go
Yes.
see if I can sleep in the overworld real quick.
It's not that important.
Alright.
You said you went missing?
I left a note, so not necessarily missing,
Yeah.
but I ran for a bit.
Well, I believe my whereabouts were at least known, but
They were.
perhaps that's assumption. It's just fascinating how much our paths seem to align. Both lost a family member when we didn't have anyone else.
Yeah.
Someone close to you, close to both of us, one of us, whatever the wording would be. Gone.
Significant other?
I'm not sure
Partner?
what she would have ascribed.
Fair enough.
Gone missing, presumed dead. And then ourselves running off, right?
Yeah. At least there's still hope for you.
I'm doubtful. Again, it's been... I suppose Paige would have better track than me, but 2, 3, I could even see a case for 4 weeks. I know it's been a week and a half minimum. And at the days that have been here in Wolvenshire, that's at least 2, 2.5.
I believe in a few days it'll be 3 weeks
3 weeks?
of her being gone.
Yes.
It's highly unlikely that.
Don't know. She's a survivor. I'm sure she'll find a way. I have faith in her.
Faith combats reality, unfortunately. Doesn't matter if I had faith in my father, he's not coming through the door, is he? Apologies, I think I meant that as a joke.
I
Is
get
it
it. I also deal with using dark humor to cope, so you're good.
I don't know. Until I see a body, she is not dead. After all, she made it back before after years.
Perhaps, Paige, you haven't had to deal with similar, but at some point it's better to, I suppose, accept the loss. If I hadn't, with my mother or my father, what am I supposed to? I suppose spend my every day searching for something long decomposed. Am I supposed to recognize my father by the shape of his skull?
I'm not saying that. I just, after all,
At some point you have to face it with logic. The longer you keep yourself waiting is the longer that I don't know.
Well, I'm not waiting. I've been doing daily searches. I know I've lost someone before, and I know that they are dead, even though I did not see it happen. I know they likely died in the war. Me holding out hope for Alia is... I know I cannot hold that hope forever, but I will for as long as I can.
I may have already asked, but after you lost your it's a significant other boyfriend, whatever the term you want to use. And you
Yeah.
had left your note, ran away. Once you came back, what did you do?
I tried to forget all of my own problems. Because there were people who needed me to be there for them. And the more work I did with other people, the less I had to think about myself.
Lucky you.
Not exactly. Easy to lie to other people until they start to notice the cracks.
I've at least gotten to skip that step. I don't have people around me to lie to. Besides you. At the risk of coming off as, I suppose, most whiny. I was discussing with Paige. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
I don't think that's whiny at all. What
It's
I kept
casting
saying.
a problem into the air without a solution.
Is there a solution?
Paige told me there was not.
I haven't found one yet.
Great. When I was living with my father, the goal daily was to simply survive. Another day above the ground was, I suppose, a victory. He was taken, and I took his lessons, teachings, ramblings. They were all I'd heard, and I took them to heart. I took them as truth, and after some time I re-entered the world angry, combative. My goal was to, as he had wanted, avenge the Wolfkin name for the nonsense that is. With the draft, he had painted it like we were hunted and dejected as simple animals, and well, with some that may be true, I've come to realize that's not the workings of a modern civilized world. And as that came across to me, I saw my goal shift again, from survival to avenging to living. I wanted to have a home. I wanted permanence, I believe was the word I used.
Mm-hmm.
4 walls around me, and I thought that that was enough until I had met Elia. My goals had shifted to maintaining that. Now with her gone, I hardly even see purpose to the 4 walls in the first place, and for the first time in my life I am left without a goal, or anything to work towards, or look forward to, or deem a day as productive or worthwhile. There's no difference to if I'm above or below ground. There is nothing.
Welcome to the club.
Seems you really were in love with her.
And it's been conveyed to me, even before all of this, things had been strange. I'd had threat placed on my life, truly, for the first time, and now, as Paige has relayed to me, there is further attacks or activity, attempts on life. I'm at a strange crossroads where I don't have the motive, reason, or objective to leave to go anywhere. And yet, I also just fear I'm a sitting duck rotting away in the Willowbeak Manor. Not to bring
It's
another
okay.
animal into the conversation, but I know that I've been a seemingly scapegoat for some. I must worry that, given I haven't exactly left, I could be a target for some future attack or activity.
Well, if you are being used as a scapegoat, they're not likely to attack you. Keep you on the suspicion.
And it's okay to hide away for a little bit. Even if we don't know what happens to her, you're still in a phase of grieving.
Don't want you to feel trapped at the manor. It's just honestly your best alibi right now. You're under my constant watch.
But also, if I'm simply being used as a excuse or, again, scapegoat, I still make for a valid target. There's always the path of if I'm dealt with, if they take me out with some trap or simply put me down in my sleep, I have excuse to cease activity and easily pin it on me.
No one's gonna do that, and since we're going with animal jokes here, you're not some silly little goose that they can feel, that they can get one up over on. You're smart, Atticus, and it's okay to use your trauma to protect yourself.
I'm also always checking the manor thoroughly each day. Ever since these traps started happening, been quite thorough in my searches. After all, I have 2 people who look after if Knight should ever decide to stay a night. And since you are there, I've been checking.
Within the next few days, I will try to alleviate you of that duty, or at least provide you a second opinion, a vouch.
Alright.
I've been a bit more comfortable being back on my feet. It also helps to have methods to dull the pain. Good joke.
You know, you do not have to say joke whenever you make a joke.
Otherwise, people don't understand, it seems. I said one
Yeah.
earlier, and it was not registered until I actually said it.
Sometimes it
Mhm.
just takes a little while to figure out people's sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to spend a little bit more time with them.
Good thing people wish to spend as much time with me as they do. I'm sure my sense of humor will be understood in no time.
Well, you do come off as a bit not friendly.
As I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
Very aware, unfortunately.
I did not mean it as an insult.
No, it is simple statement is all. I know I don't come off as friendly. It's a little hard when the only real model of conversation or socialization is... I'm sure you would understand should you ever get the chance to meet my father. Joke.
I understood that.
Ah.
I don't want to be meeting him anytime soon.
Well, I haven't seen a body. There's a chance, right?
Even the other way of meeting him. I would not. Not in my plans.
I almost think him and your mother would get along.
Sadly, my mother did not get along with anyone besides my father. Not even those she worked with. She was planned on using them until they were...
Your father was active in your life, yes?
Yes, he would heal me after my training sessions.
Good, I was worried we were about to have some uncomfortable conversations.
No, I could even show you a portrait. You saw the portrait of my father. I'm sure it looks nothing like yours.
Right, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies, that day is a bit of a blur and
Yes.
bumped by something.
But unless your father had bright pink hair, do not believe.
Not that I remember. Then again, I am intoxicated.
Apparently,
Perhaps the worst conversation, excuse me, to have drunk Balefire pulling me in for...
right. I
That
was
was
concerned
not...
about that.
No.
No, you got dragged away, and then I sat there and was like, "Oh, he's inebriated as well." So that's great.
I said some truths I wasn't exactly wanting to admit to.
Olivia, I thought
again,
it would help your case, but I said
Perhaps.
you might be too honest.
Well, I told him if he had anything else he wished to ask me to go right ahead, or if he needed to contact me again, he was welcome to, but I believe he said it was he had about all he needed. I don't...
I don't know anything about Balefire.
My vessel told me that she had stopped Balefire from looking into me or investigating me or something of the line, or something along those lines. And I guess she listened because I did tell her to go forward with it to let him don't have anything at this point, especially to hide. I just wish to be done with it. If they would just speak to me, I can stop getting scapegoated. But instead we're keeping secrets from those within the crown, and that's perfectly the way to do it.
Oh, I understand that fully. I feel sometimes if I were just asked things, people would not view me in certain lights. I'm a fairly open book, after all. Today has been more of a day than I thought it would be.
Isn't it always?
I just thought to maybe, I don't know, have someone over that could understand. And then that whole thing happened. Ugh. A little bit out of place. I'm the only one not wearing red, except for in my hair. So I guess that actually counts.
I had to check what I was wearing. I wasn't sure if I had red I could give.
Not quite.
I know.
Well, I mean, you can, but I think you can keep your shirt.
Honestly,
Some
for a moment
preferred
there, I thought you were
without.
going to. Well, that's true, but not encroaching on anyone's territory. Thought you were going to come into your room shirtless again. When I saw you with a shirt, I was like, oh, alright, he's clothed.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was something we needed to be worried about.
I forgot until I saw him and went, oh, right. I just got used to it. At least the burns are not bothering you so much that you cannot wear clothes.
If think the paste or whatever it was that you applied helped.
Oil.
Well,
Oil and dandelion paste. It's good that it helps though. Hopefully next time I can leave the rubbing oil on you to someone else though. That was weird.
I do not need to hear that.
It was
What
medical
you guys
oil.
do, please
does it
keep
not
that
just
to yourselves.
constitute as a medical, not operation, but action?
It does, but I fear for if or when Helia returns, that if she were to hear of it, I did have to do it, but I don't know. My actions have been misinterpreted before. Quite annoying, but it's a possibility. No, perhaps I want a drink. What? Is Limbo stocked?
There you go.
I'm not sure.
Not, don't like wine.
Blame
I'll
her.
take the cider though.
At least handed it back to me.
That's alright. I can only really drink the cider, apple wine, and mead, I think. But those are not really made from grapes. My mother really liked her wine. Mm. I kind of want to go raid Limbo. See if it's stocked.
Don't know if Limbo would be stuck, but maybe Witherspoon's.
Witherspoons is all overworld alcohol. I could ask Elio if I could
Go to the.
go to the hellhole. Raid that. Mm. No, I should. Unless you took all my spicy beer.
It did have a bit of a kick to it, but I'm not sure if that would be the spicy you were referring to.
Alright, hold on. Let me check my stash. They will be back.
I would hope. But they just fall off of your house here.
Yeah, they tend to hurt themselves often around here.
You haven't invested in guardrails?
For the Enderman?
I'm not sure if you have some sort of law around them or not. Given
We
they're
don't.
everywhere.
There's so many of them. We don't have laws like that.
Please take a moment to breathe. Thank you. Return.
Might as well join.
The lights.
The lights.
Mm-hmm. I like when they all blend together.
Oh.
Did I kill the conversation when I returned?
No,
There
we
wasn't
were
much conversation when you left.
just
Alright.
talking about the Enderman.
Have there been a more of them hanging around the manor recently?
The Enderman?
Mm-hmm.
Is it dark around there?
Not particularly. It's well lit. Nothing spawns inside the house.
The Enderman here spawn where it's darker.
Hmm.
Which is why we put a lot of light around here.
I see. So rude.
I don't know what I drank. Feel
Why?
later.
Oh. Perhaps slow falling?
Amaris Glide.
Maybe that one.
Something along those lines.
think that one made Rowena and Olivier able to fly.
Yeah, it seems to have some interesting properties on certain people.
Odd.
Hmm.
I'm missing Haley wine. Haley wine? Haley beer. Already getting.
Which is that?
It's the red one that they sell at
Yes, the one
the.
you like.
Mm-hmm. This one is my favorite of the end. I think spicy beer and Haley are my two favorites. Two different reasons though. Haley beer tends to go down smoother, but spicy makes you warm and hits harder, I think.
Probably was not the best that I was only drinking that for a night. If that makes you warm.
Definitely not.
No, probably not. I also enjoy the whiskeys. I wonder if Jora has any. So be careful when I drink now. Sometimes I start missiving in Wolfkin, which is very odd.
I'm not going to even begin to question how.
I don't know. Suppose if missives are just thoughts transcribed. Yeah, who knows? Limbo is stalked. Well, if she's there, then I don't really need an escort. I will be back. I'm going to buy out Limbo.
Alright.
Are you
Hmm?
friends with Jura?
You could say that.
Why the hesitation?
She took me in as her sister when I lost mine. Why?
Just there was Bellfire. The questions were centered around her, and from what I understand, she doesn't have the best view of me, or has
I
created
don't think she has the best view of anyone.
that would line up with what I know of her, but she has lied about me in the past,
Oh?
spreading a narrative I believe the words that were relayed to me were that she said I had apparently spoke to her alone at some point and told her I wanted to start a revolution, which I had never spoke to her outside of the Navarian ball. And given her later being arrested for trespassing in the Overworld Castle, I'm assuming that she was trying to pin that on me in some way, or perhaps was covering up something of her own.
Hmm.
And now that I'm being questioned regarding time in prison, I'm, I suppose, growing worried that perhaps she is trying to spin a narrative once more.
I believe she's keeping to herself right now.
Hmm.
I don't think there are many people that she trusts, even if she were to tell a lie.
Interesting. My other worry is that she's close with Vincent, right?
She is.
There worries me then, because I don't believe that Vincent and myself are on the best of terms either. He had made some threatening remarks to a few people, as well as he was highly suspected of being the money fairy. If you've heard of the
yes.
emerald crosses that got left around,
I have.
I believe now
Although-
are showing up trapped.
Yes, recent activities don't coincide exactly with when he was conscious.
Paige and I have talked briefly about it, and my working theory is... Elia had questioned him at a point, and I was privy to the conversation. He spoke as a guilty man, but did not admit to anything or confess to anything. Instead, he played it as a game. When asked who he thought the money fairy was, he answered with, "It couldn't be me. I don't fit the profile. This, that, and the other." That sold it for me.
You believe he is?
Without a doubt. And given the recent tone shift, and knowing that he knows that he is under high suspect, my thought is that he knows he was in over his head. The Money Fairy investigation wouldn't just drop without significant lead, and given he was the primary suspect, having the tone shift in a way where now the Money Fairy seems to go violent or rely on traps. Perhaps he is trying to throw off the scent. I feel like it would be a very easy assumption to say that, given the tone shift, it's a copycat or someone trying to incriminate him or throw off the scent or any such thing. However, trying to think as from his perspective, if the suspect lies on you, why would you not try and throw another suspect into the ring? Or try and create a worse diversion? Breaking and entering is somehow less of a concern once you pull in attempted murder or destruction of property.
I suppose. Although, I do know that he was unconscious from surgery the last time a few of us were hit, although none of those had traps on.
Interesting. I know that he had a few that were quite protective over him. I wouldn't even be shocked if they tried to throw off the scent themselves.
I don't know any besides myself and Jura, personally. And I don't think either of us are rich enough.
I know that Ophelia had been very watchful over him.
I suppose. Although she was the one to conduct the surgery. So I'm not sure how.
I'm not sure either. I simply like to
Of
think
course.
through all of the possibilities.
But it's also good to have all of the information.
Indeed. I apologize if I came off abrasive earlier tonight.
I wouldn't blame you.
Firstly, had only recently woken up, so I hadn't had enough of that in me. And secondly, I suppose I just did not foresee how much we share in common.
I didn't either. Although it is nice to talk to someone who does understand.
Precisely. As I said, I've never had much of a reason to come around to the end. I had my tour, the Star Festival. Well, no, I did have the after party. That makes 3. But besides that, I've never had much of a reason at all to come by.
Well, you're always welcome. My house is open to anyone. And perhaps I can introduce you to a few more Endurians.
I wouldn't mind that. I had a poor impression of many Endurians at first, I regret to admit. Just given the slander Jura put upon me. Didn't give exactly a strong first impression, followed by, I suppose in tandem with, there was a small situation regarding a stronghold that apparently your officials cared much about.
Yes. Something they definitely care about here.
They were quite hostile about it. And I can't say that gave me the best impression either.
I don't think we've ever really given off the best impression. I think we started off quite standoffish, and now we're rumbling.
Rumbling.
Have you not heard anything about the Endurian court?
Well, I've been bedridden for weeks. Before that, lost in the nether. Before that, that's far enough back. And I also am of the overworld, so I don't exactly keep track of politics in the other realms.
Well, after Apollo died, we lost an heir. Our Empress went missing for a little while, and seems to be off somewhere again. So we only have one acting royal currently. Our sorceress is somewhere. Our advisor is Vincent, and he was dealing with his own things for quite a while. So it really just remains of our general commander, Amaterasu, and our lady-in-waiting, Rowena.
Crumbling
As well
indeed.
as, of course, Christark as our heir.
Yeah.
Although, perhaps more soon enough.
Well, I imagine if your Empress keeps going missing, eventually you have to find someone more suit.
Yeah, someone to fill that role, and perhaps someone to fill Apollo's as well.
One must be reliable.
Most of the end has lost faith in its court anyway.
Unsurprising.
I think the hope is to build something a little bit more stable.
You think there's hope to rebuild that faith?
I don't think it will ever be the same.
Things tend to change.
I'm back. We almost got in trouble with the law, but it's okay.
How?
You're gone quite a while. Did everything go alright?
Just had to deliver some bad news to Jura, and Vincent questioned us as to why we weren't logged in the book, so I had to go back and log ourselves.
Well, I assume that was part of the I bought the passes, you fill out the book. I see you misunderstood that.
Yes, it's okay though. He was, as long as I had my pass on me, which I did, he was fine as long as I logged it.
Well, if he's concerned, I also have my pass.
He also could have asked me as well, and I would have vouched.
Breaths. Breathe. There's about a moment from
I
getting
breathe
up
when I see the bright lights.
decent idea.
Just had to deliver bad news. I'm always the one delivering bad news. Why am I always the one delivering bad news?
Ah,
Did he go down?
where the hell am I?
Yeah, I know where he is.
Why do you have a secret dungeon?
I don't.
What?
It's just a room I'm building.
Ah,
That is surprisingly dungeon-esque.
Sorry, that's just the end.
Nixie.
Hmm?
He's building a dungeon.
I'm not building a dungeon.
Hey,
Why
what
am I
you get
trapped
up
in
to
my
in your
dungeon?
spare time, that's up to you. It's your business.
I'm feeling refreshed. It's probably my signal to go lie down for a bit, however.
Apologies, I took so long.
No, you are fine.
I should probably return to the nether as well. Oh.
Right.
Perfect timing on all accounts.
No, apparently
Hmm.
apparently Jura, Lucette, and Athena were planning something, so I
Oh.
had to break some
That's
news to
not
her.
ominous.
Just a girls' night
Ah.
for drinking and things, but
Just let yourself in
Oh,
and
yes.
back out.
That's a common occurrence around here.
Perhaps we were
just
born in
don't
the
like
right
them.
realm, Paige. At least the wildlife doesn't just let itself into our homes.
that's true. Like with
Seems
the
a
Nether, they have the
commonplace there
pigmen.
and here.
Hmm.
It's relatively peaceful as long as you have Envale. There's not much else to attack you.
Which I need to give you a book of Envale. It's much more convenient to have.
Imagine. Anyways, a pleasure meeting you.
Nice meeting you again.
Perhaps I'll remember meeting you this time.
We can hope.
Hopefully.
We'll see you again soon. I need to return a pass.
Atticus, are you awake?
Yes.
Do you mind if I come in?
What is it?
Well, some things have happened.
Not Helia, I presume.
No. Some new laws
New laws.
in the overworld.
I believe there were some
Um.
that were supposed to be passed a while back.
Mm-hmm. And
Mainly village protection and, I believe, animal, I suppose, protection as well, correct?
and other things. There's been a Goblin Act established.
What do you mean?
Suppose I can read it to you, since you cannot read it. It's the Overworld Goblin Apprehension Act. Mm,
Do they have leads?
no, this is pretty much a... If you have evidence of someone being a goblin, and can swear by it, then they will be taken in immediately and are guilty until proven innocent.
Seems harsh, but realistic.
Unfortunately. My only worry is how they might be able to use this.
What do you mean?
Well, gather enough evidence on someone and a goblin could put an innocent person to death. Hopefully they are more strict with their evidence, but the first article, definitions. A goblin, any being exhibiting traits consistent with the known or suspected nature of goblins, physically or behaviorally, shall be classified as such. credible suspicion, a formal accusation delivered under oath, identifying specific traits or actions consistent with goblinhood. Upon accusation by a sworn citizen or authority, the accused shall be seized without delay. The accused shall be confined in a secure sanctum pending trial, verification, or combat. Presumption of guilt, a reversed burden of proof. All accused shall be treated as guilty upon apprehension and must prove their innocence to be released. Means of proof include testimony from a truth sworn or victory in trial by combat. Which I don't understand that one, since if someone, or even if a goblin cannot prove their innocence, all they have to do is win a trial by combat and they are set free.
It seems
punishment.
necessarily harsh, yet also careless.
It's reasonable, but I don't know. It's a lot of this can be used. I cannot help but find it reasonable, and yet I see the cracks in which someone can use this.
It's the spine that I have long wished that the High Vessel actually had and used, yet she still shines through and as to who she really seems to be, which is caring. It's harsh, but in a methodology trying to be kind as well in a way. If you could prove your innocence or win a trial by combat, then you are free to go. It's an out. It's
Which
cruel as necessary, yet also not cruel enough. If they're trying to actually take the steps necessary, then
I also fear that if this is used against someone who is innocent, it's much harder to prove your innocence than to prove
it's
guilt.
designed to be correct, but will they care?
Mhm. And it seems if you choose trial by combat and lose, then you are to be executed.
I don't understand why
Yeah.
offer trial by combat at all if it's not going to matter in the first place.
I don't know. I don't understand using it as a means of proving you are not a goblin. After all, we had a whole war that proved that they could fight. I don't know. If the accused is victorious, they shall be declared clear of suspicion and granted full release. The accuser shall pay penance equal to the harm caused. If the accused is defeated, they are to be executed as a confirmed goblin. If the accuser refuses combat, their claim is withdrawn, and they shall be branded a false witness with all due consequences. The accused is proven a goblin through magical or witness-sealed means. They shall be executed within 1 day by fire, blade, or sanctioned method. No burial rites shall be offered.
If what was it about magic?
It's if the accused is proven a goblin through magical or witness-sealed means, I suppose they're...
So there's a way that they can detect a goblin using magic, and yet that's not what we're doing? It's that easy to get
So
a
it
list of
seems.
everybody in a realm that actually serves any relevance, and yet we're not just doing some form of routine scan if it was that easy?
I don't understand why that says magical either.
Evidently they know more than us. Not entirely surprising, but again, if we have means to actually find them, why are we playing coy?
I don't know. The High Vessel or the Triquetra are empowered to enforce this act. Which I also don't understand the Triquetra, since in the laws saying the triquetra, hard to say. Each origin must designate a representative to maintain peace and mediate disputes.
It's
However,
just a section,
yes,
or is
it says who is on the triquetra, but I don't remember designating anyone as a representative or even being discussed
nor
with.
do I.
And all of the members are those already on the court. Arlo, Ophelia, and Oliver.
If you'll join me.
All right.
Lift me.
All right. Oh,
Or dig around if you need to.
that was an accident. I had my totem on.
We're going to the library.
It's the library. Oh.
Or the study, I suppose. What's this? Sure. What's this one?
The star guide for the festival.
This one?
The contract for your shop. This one is Triquetra.
Ah.
Oh. And then
That should have more information. I know she handed it off at one point, summed it up, and left it at that.
let me see. The Triquetra. There must be a designated representative from each origin. These representatives oversee disputes and potential conflicts between origins, mediate issues, and ensure that no origin is unfairly taken advantage of.
I don't need it read. I was merely wishing to offer clarity since you seemed confused. I've accepted it as one of her attempted appeals at peace.
I don't. I personally don't think that members of someone, I don't know, this is supposed to represent the origins, should be already a member of the court that the High Vessel.
Because it's just an excuse. It's the game she plays. I've been considering you and Nixie both have a optimism that Ellie is alive, and as much as I've tried to accept it, I'm back up on my feet now. I would like to leave Wolvenshire.
I mean, I cannot stop you. Just worry with everything going on, you being unaccounted for may cause them to pull something drastic, especially with if anyone were suspicious of you ahead and brings up, even if it is false, a good case to the high vessel.
I'm coming back with results, or I'm not coming back. I either come
Alright.
back with Helia, dead or alive, or I will not be a worry anymore. I brought you here because this is right about my one contribution. Should I not come back, it is yours.
I would prefer if you did come back.
As would I. Guess it would mean that I at least have something. I'll show you around. This is the proper library. Should have a half-decent stock on enchantments. Should you need. This is, at least was, my bedroom. Suppose it would be easy to clear out for your own means. There's another bedroom here. Should you wish to have anyone move here as well, I'd set this aside for if anyone ever came to need it. Around the corner from the library is the blacksmithery. It's not a very impressive setup, but contains some backup gear, as well as furnace arrays, anvils. A dining room. I hope. Should I not return, you at least get more use out of it than I was able to. I naively wished to, at a point, host a dinner of some sorts for the Overworld Court. The right is food storage. It isn't much, as most of the food storage I have is the farmland. There's a decent amount here. This way is the rest of the storage. There's general resources, stone, wood, the like, stone bricks. If you ever need chests or barrels, there's a lot in there. This is ore storage. I primarily had copper and iron from the trader goblins that would wander around here, as well as coal. As for other materials, I never saw to collecting all too much. If we were to ever come up, this is where the ring was that I was asked to destroy.
Ah.
There is down this way a small kitchen that, again, I never actually used all too much. It is where I handled beer manufacturing, so that may be of use to you. This is an empty hallway. There's additionally security measures in place. Should you ever hear a pressure plate click, the walls are lined with them. Any room that I did not wish to utilize, any hallway I didn't wish to utilize, I filled with the wooden pressure plates. Jungle usually, as that was the easiest to get.
Let me see.
This is a fountain. Not too useful. I don't believe there's all too much over this way, but a staircase. It links into slightly more dangerous territory of the stronghold that I didn't exactly lock down by any means. It was the initial area in which I had, well, frankly, broken into cells. And as a last stop, just so nothing comes as a shock to you, there's a hidden section back here. Nothing of much note. Totems, emergency supplies primarily. Some armor, which might be of use. But besides that, there's nothing much. I wish to have it stocked, but I just never got too far along. And here was a room that I mostly left untouched besides my own storage. There was some ore in here that I'd taken long ago. And past that, just potion stores. I believe this was one of their structures. There used to be quite a lot of statues around here, but
Right.
I removed most of them, this being obsidian. I didn't want to bother breaking apart.
This is another thing that would I suppose lead to suspicion on you.
Why?
It's a bit illegal.
How? Is having obsidian not...
No, as a shape. It's a broken nether portal.
They have portals as well?
And currently there's only one authorized in the overworld, and any unauthorized ones are illegal.
Wonderful. You'd have to blame the original constructors then. That has remained in place. But there's a number of regeneration and health potions in here, should you ever need. Lily always left me with plenty. And this, in case you are wondering, is something that I was putting together for I suppose a safe haven. I believe the day that Helia was...
Ah.
I wasn't quick enough on it, but the idea would be an obsidian ring. And there's a certain apparatus that I found in, I believe, an illager hideout that sends out a redstone pulse when it detects any movement or update.
Mm-hmm.
You can make them quite simply with, I believe, redstone, cobblestone, and quartz. I had made large orders that I believe I picked up with her. Lining the wall with them, filling this in with perhaps more obsidian, or if you wished to be protected with some form of comfort, then you could, I suppose, line it with more wood and leave obsidian to the outside. Redstone lamps in these empty spots. That way, should anyone break anything, it would immediately light the lamps, and given it's obsidian, it would take them time to at least get through. You have at least time to perhaps get away.
Mm.
I never got to actually building it, though. There is material in here that was intended to construct it. I bought obsidian from Rowena and quartz from Enya. But I'd hidden it just in case. But that should be about everything here. Go ahead.
I do hope that you do come back.
As I
So I
said,
will look after this, but I won't use it.
I wish the same, but frankly, unless I find her, I don't believe I have all too much reason to return. There is I believe, as we talked, a simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
Living without any social bind. I don't see the reason of staying around and trying to play friendly and make acquaintances if nonetheless, just off demeanor alone, no one can look at me in the eye or trust me and instead take the opportunity to spread narratives about me or find the reason to interrogate me or investigate.
I understand.
There's no
I'm
reason I
sorry.
need to stay in a civilized world. Should I find Halia alive, I would be willing to bear and see it through with her. Should I find her in the other possible condition, I will return a body to make sure there is proper burial. And I will make my leave.
Well, please take your netherite before you go. More protection.
I should be fine. I intended to use it for, I suppose, a mix of gifts. And additionally, I wished to make an alternate set of armor and gear to better equip me against the nether, given that I
see.
was there much more with Helia. However, I assume I don't have much reason to be in the nether anymore.
Alright.
Use it as you will.
I'm sorry I couldn't do more to help.
I'll admit you're no Helia by any means, but you did what you could. And I appreciate you having my back.
No. I will be here. I'm still doing my daily searches and hoping that you return with Helia alive.
Of course. If I do not return and it becomes a concern, you may pass along whatever knowledge you see fit.
Alright.
Thank you.